Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Powerful Stuff, where we will be going through a little Lions Gate portal meditation, activation, manifestation, celebration. And for all of you who are like, what is the Lions Gate portal? Maybe you don't live in LA, the spiritual world is new to you. Have no fear. Powerful Stuff is here. So, whether you believe in manifestation or not, or astrology or not, these kind of astrological events or days are just like a fun way, a little alarm bell from the universe, if you will, to get clear on your vision and what you want to call in and not think about all the things that are going wrong or getting in your way or keeping you from your vision, but to be like, let's slow down. Let's be grateful for what is. And let's think about what we're ready to step into, what we're ready to embody, and how we can really, you know, take aligned action toward that. Because manifestation is intention plus aligned action. The intention of what we want to step into, plus the actions of how do I show up as if that person or as if that me in that next chapter is already here, acting as if I'm already that version of myself. And manifestation without action, as you all might have heard me say or other people say before, is just wishful thinking. So before I get into the Lionsgate portal, I'll just give you guys a little update on what's going on in the world of Meredith, or should I say Meredith, because I'm here in Brazil. Oi, gente, I should have said tudo bem, everything going well for you. So I'm here in Rio de Janeiro. It's my second time being here this year. I got the massive pleasure and honor to officiate the wedding of my dear friends Jake and Renata in Buzios. It was my first ever time officiating. And it was so cool because they're another couple that geeks out on couple psychology and this idea that love is a skill. It's something we practice, not just waiting for our person to come in, but showing up as if we are treating it like we are the CEO of our love life, as Hinata would say in her TED talk. So it was really cool to officiate. I actually structured the officiation speech around John and Julie Gottman's sound relationship house theory of like the different foundations and layers of a house being built on things like trust, commitment, accepting each other's bids for connection. All of that to say, guys, was really powerful. Now I've been in Rio staying with our friends Zal and Rian. Shout out Zal and Rian if you're listening. It's been me, my husband, and the dear guy friends. And so it's been fun. I kind of hijacked their night last night to do a Lionsgate portal manifestation meditation because I'm like, friends, do not let friends forget the Lionsgate portal. So, and I have a lot to be grateful for, to be manifesting in my second trimester. So watch this space. I'm going to do another Powerful Stuff episode on the pregnancy, but it's a great time to celebrate the Lionsgate portal with friends because it's cool to help each other's dreams come true. And, the more we can not only tap into our vision, but reflect our friends' visions back to themselves when sometimes they don't see it themselves, that is truly powerful stuff. So thank you guys. Thank you, Rian and Zal and Spencer and Lucas for letting me, create an experience last night for us all to go through the Lionsgate portal together. Powerful men get witchy with it. So, okay, you're like, what is Lionsgate portal, Meredith? So I did some research, and again, with these astrological events, as I said, it's like, why not believe them? Why not use them as an opportunity to manifest, whether or not you're fully like bought in? It's kind of like, what is the harm if you do it? It's only going to be a net win. So Lionsgate portal starts with the start of Leo season. Shout out to the Leos out there. Shout out to the people who are stepping into their Leo energy of courage, of heart-centered leadership, of bold action. And the Lionsgate portal is when the Earth, the Sun, and the Sirius star all align. And in Egyptian cosmology, when you could see the Sirius star in early morning sky, this kind of symbolized abundance and fertility and the divine feminine. And it coincided each year with the flooding of the Nile, which was symbolizing renewal and was great for the crops. And so Leo season being about heart-centered leadership and courage and creativity and self-expression, when they're all combined, and they combine on 8/8, August 8th. This 8/8 numerology symbolizes infinity, balance and manifestation. So it is believed that the veil is thin here, right? And between kind of like where we are and where we want to go. So it's a potent time for manifestation. It's also kind of like halfway through the year. So like really checking in with like what were the things that I wanted to step into this year? Where has it been powerful? And where can I let things go? And where do I want to double down? So we'll go through this as if we're going through a little ceremony. And you can pause the recording as I talk you through it. Maybe you're listening to it on a walk. You can pause it after each question, kind of say it out loud as if you and I are having a conversation, a bate-papo, as they would say in Portuguese, in real time. So for Lionsgate Portal, you're already here. You're already showing up. You're already doing the work. So I just want to say, yay, good on you. The powers of manifestation are already here with you, within you, guiding you. And the first step, I like to say, is celebration. Celebrate how far you've already come. In what ways are you already manifesting? I am a firm believer that the bedrock of manifestation is gratitude. Gratitude for what already is. Gratitude for the people in your life that are already helping you toward your manifestation. Gratitude and a reminder for the things you've already called in because you are a powerful manifester. So I'll start to share some of mine, and then I would love to hear what you've already called in. So I'm grateful that I've already called in my husband. I know I did an intense amount of work on myself the years leading up to meeting my husband. I did a whole podcast episode, The 3 Things I Did the year I met my husband. Things like going to the Hoffman process, getting deep into existential kink and shadow work to break my own patterns, to call in my husband, my baby daddy, Spencer, who is also my emotional support husband, and really, really proud of that. I called in a thriving coaching practice after shutting down my beverage company and like coaching clients that I absolutely love, helping step into their power and pivot into their passions. And I'm super, super grateful for that. I've called in an incredible community. Like I really, have been blessed throughout my life to have friends, deep friends from college who really inspire me. We show up for each other, like my 4-way group of girls. Called the Lit Clit as a joke, our text group. And we plan each other's bachelorettes and baby showers. And then in LA, I really like the last few years have been intentional about calling in more of that, more of friends who really inspire me and energize me, and who proactively create cool experiences like I do and invite me to those, right? I wanted to meet other friends who like love hosting or creating fun experiences because that's something I love to do. So it's so fun and energizing and just like explosive when I have other friends who love to do that too. And we both get together and it's like, bam, magic. So just feeling super, super grateful for calling that in as well. And also feel grateful for, things that I've called in throughout life with like my physical health and journey. Like there was a time where I couldn't touch my toes and then I started doing yoga and like now I'm really proud of the flexibility, the versatility that my body has. Like I'm proud of that. I'm proud of like sticking to endurance events and training, doing long runs to be able to do marathons and Ironmans. So these are all reminders, even if they're not directly tied to what I'm ready to call in Lionsgate, but everything's directly connected. That's the secret. I'm really proud of those things that I've already called in. So those are reminders to me, to my subconscious, to inner little Meredith. You can do it before, or you've done it before, you can do it again, right? And it's so important not just to be on the hamster wheel of where I want to go, what I want to build next, what I want to achieve, bigger, faster, stronger, better. But also slowing down and sinking into that exhale, that energy of, it's already happening. It's already here. And how fucking powerful is that? Powerful stuff. Okay, so pause the recording and I want you to write what you are already proud of that you've called in throughout your life. Maybe also ending with a few that you're really proud of this year to remind yourself you're already in that energy and momentum. For example, like for me, what I've already called in this year, great friends. One of my Lionsgate Portal manifestations, in addition to a happy, healthy pregnancy and baby, is starting to shift into more of the speaking, facilitating, kind of like how I infuse comedy and coaching on a larger platform, on a larger scale. So I'm grateful I already called in a few sold out powerful stuff events. I'm already facilitating a few retreats and workshops coming up that I was booked for. I'm already part of a mastermind for community builders called Experience House. And that kind of came to me serendipitously. So pause the recording, write things in your life you've already called in, and then end with a few things that you've already called in this year that perhaps are even more directly related to what you are wanting to manifest in the Lionsgate portal, the LGP. Pause, talk it out loud, write it. Okay, we're back. Wow. I just want to say I see you. I acknowledge you. You are doing amazing things. Look at all the things that you ended up doing just by writing it down or saying it out loud. It's like, holy shit, I've already done this. This is so fucking crazy. Okay. And the second step is tapping into the vision of what you're ready to step into next with the Lionsgate portal. What are you ready to call in? What does your most radiant self feel like, look like, act like? How are they not only just like showing up for themselves and for others in work, in community? How are they dressing? How are they eating their food and savoring it? How are they walking down the street? What kind of thoughts are they having? How are they speaking to themselves? Like, really get clear on on the other side of the Lionsgate portal. If I told you wave a magic wand, boop, all of those things came true, how would it shift just how you move through the world on a daily basis? And we'll do a little meditation about this at the end, but just to start to tap into that energy, go ahead and get clear on that. And again, I will give you a little example for myself. We're doing this together, guys. We are a team. So for what I want to call in is just bigger platforms, larger stages for powerful stuff, for bringing people inner and outer connection through creativity and play and my own self-expression, my love for comedy and music. So, the Meredith who already has it, she wakes up and feels completely just so grateful for herself, her husband, her pregnancy, going for a nice, slow barefoot walk on the beach, for meditating on the beach because I live so close to the beach. I then spend the morning in deep creative flow, doing stuff for my podcast or working on an incredible live experience or, stand up set. Maybe the afternoon, I take a few coaching calls and do some big swing outreach for speaking or facilitation in dream venues and locations. Or maybe they're in the Lionsgate portal, where in that world where they've come to me. I'm prepping for those. I'm having conversations with people I admire and companies that I admire to bring these kind of experiences to them. I'm reaching out to dream podcast guests because my Powerful Stuff podcast, I have a great operational flow and I have someone helping me put all the amazing content for it together so I can stay in my zone of genius of the long form talking, facilitating, performing. And then that really just makes me feel so expressed and so energized as I move into my evening, where I'm doing fun, playful game nights with friends, or we're going for a long evening sunset stroll, or we're doing a international cuisine cook night or a storytelling potluck dinner. And then I just end the night feeling so fulfilled and grateful and just excited for the next day, excited for what I'm building toward, seeing the momentum and the compound effect with Powerful Stuff and what I'm putting in to things, thinking of fun jokes or sparkles to add to my upcoming live events of Tony Robbins meets Mel Robbins meets comedy, meets Oprah. And just being oh my gosh, I'm going to reach out to this person to have on Powerful Stuff. And I don't even think twice about it because I'm of course they would be delighted to be on it. And then just, going to bed. Either I'm, toward the end of my pregnancy or have my baby then, and I'm just feeling even more myself, even more connected to myself through this journey of stepping into motherhood. And just feeling really grateful and connected to friends. So it's really helpful to say this day on the other side of the Lionsgate portal out loud and to speak it out loud. And maybe you even write it in present tense, like you're writing a diary entry. And it's also really powerful to do it as a future walk. So my friend Joe, who's wedding I went to 2 weeks ago, and I would do future walks together where you speak as if it's already happening. So maybe you could get a friend, you could go for an hour walk, each of you take 30 minutes sharing about your future as if it's already happened. What? And so that you can really like step into like all of these details, really focusing on the feeling. Okay, so you can either write it out, you can speak it out. And I want you to don't hold back. If it feels a little awkward at first, that's normal. You can start breathing into it. And I don't want you to stop speaking at least for 10 minutes. And then toward the end of your day on the other side of the Lionsgate portal, like really feeling energized and connected to the spirit, the feeling of like, holy shit, this feels fucking amazing. Okay, pause recording. Let's do it. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, that day sounds incredible. You're amazing. I could feel your energy when you're speaking it. It's like it's already here. It is done. I love how you spoke in the present tense, and I loved all of your detail. So you've heard me talk about ideal scenes before, and I've done them to manifest my husband, or he would say he's manifested me too. And I've done them to manifest community, future places that I'm living in. So whatever you saw on the other side of the Lionsgate portal, you can write out, I am in a sun ray in the middle of your journal page. And then you want rays going to all corners of the page. And then you can write all the things that you saw in present tense, like I am in the middle, and you might write like waking up feeling so inspired for the day. I am making time to move my body every day. I am really intentional with all the healthy food I'm eating and feeling like my body is a temple. I am expressing my creativity in work and working with people who really inspire me. I am surrounded by community who proactively invites me to really cool things. So just like all of your I ams on your page, I have a visual here for those of you watching on YouTube. And yeah, really tapping back into that energy of the feeling that you had when you spoke it out loud. And then go ahead and pause, do that. And then welcome back, circling back again. Now that you have your ideal scene, I want you to reverse engineer that into little steps that you can take right now. So if it's like, I am loving being invited to all of my friends' cool small dinner parties, what is one aligned action you could take now to step into that scene? Well, you could host a small dinner party and tell each friend to bring a +1 that no one's ever met in the friend group, right? If I am waking up feeling so energized and clear, what's one thing you could do right now to step into that? I could take a 10-second cold shower. So go through under your raise and write like, what is one aligned action that I could take right now to get into the energy of that? Because as we discussed before, we need to get into the being state, and then we do from that place, and then we end up having the vision. So by reverse engineering it, that's how we step into the vision from the Lionsgate portal. So once you've done that, or again, you can always pause, and I'll encourage you to do it, but I'll stop saying it so you can be like, Meredith, stop saying welcome back, because you guys are always welcome. Bem-vindo, again, as I would say in Portuguese. So yeah, write your reverse engineered step. Those are your action items, because intention plus action equals manifestation. And then once you've done that, that's kind of like our step 2.5, right? Then I want you to ask in step 3, what am I no longer available for? So what are the things that are getting in the way of this vision? If I'm doing these aligned actions, what are the things that I need to be honest with myself that are no longer aligning with that future me? Now that I can see it so clearly, now that I've spoken it out, and now that it's in my ideal scene. And I want you to say those out loud and then write those out. And those might require setting boundaries, letting things go, asking a friend for support and letting things go. For example, for myself, like kind of scrolling instead of tapping into the boredom, which allows for the creativity, right? Or even just like writing new jokes or playing my guitar. The scrolling isn't aligned with like what I want to step into after the Lionsgate portal, in terms of speaking and talking on stages and all of this. The kind of maybe current level of operational organization that has served me in the past for my coaching business is no longer aligned. Like there's certain shifts that I can make to optimize things to allow me more free time to step into the speaking facilitation space. So that's no longer aligned. I think like for me, there's like such a physical thing of like continuing to purge clothes and house decor that no longer aligns, that just like doesn't match that future sexy empowered speaker, that like that next level unlock that I'm ready for. So I would probably write for myself doing a purge day for that. And then there might be relationships that no longer either feel aligned in their totality or at the current way that they're operating. What do you first need to communicate to yourself about it? And then what do you need to communicate to someone else about it? And so I want you to just pick two or three things, because obviously we're getting a lot done today. We just want you to pick two or three things that are no longer aligned. What would it look like to cut them out? Is there any fears there to cut them out? Do you need any support in asking yourself to cut them out, so we can really come up with a game plan to start to lovingly let them go, like the Marie Kondo method of thank you so much for your service. You served me at some point to get to where I am today. No harm, no foul. I'm not angry. I'm grateful, and I'm ready to slowly release it. So once you've let those things go, then it's really like, how can I step into this vision, which is taking those aligned actions. And another thing that I love doing to supercharge that is asking my friends what they're manifesting for Lionsgate Portal and how I can help support. Or maybe knowing, having had a friend share with me what they're deeply wanting to call in, sharing with them a vision or a ping that I have for them. Because as I said at the top of this episode, our manifestations are supercharged when we help others step into theirs. So after you kind of phase the things out that you're not wanting to do anymore, and you pick two or three aligned actions from your ideal scene that you are committing to doing, who are two or three friends that you can reach out to, like, how can I support your vision or manifestation, or sharing a ping with them. And also on the other side of that, you could also text someone that has been really helpful in your manifestation already and just say, like, I was just reflecting today as I was doing my powerful stuff episode, Lionsgate Portal meditation. And I just want to say, like, I'm so fucking grateful for you because you helped me get so far in where I want to go. And I couldn't have done it without you, because gratitude and helping others supercharges everything. Okay, so just to break down those steps, guys, what did we do first? We acknowledged ourselves and we gave thanks. For all that we've already called in. The second step was we talked through that ideal day, that vision of how it already feels to have that thing that we're claiming. Then we wrote it down into an ideal scene format and reverse engineered that into aligned actions. And then we did a little purge of the things that are no longer in alignment, whether it's habits, thoughts, kind of relationship dynamics, made a plan to let those go. And then we're committing to the aligned actions around the things that we're letting go, the things that we're stepping into. And we're also texting a few people or talking to them about their vision, how we can support, or how we're grateful that they've helped us for our vision. And with that, with the Lionsgate Portal, we'll do our meditation. And then if you have lit a candle or done Palo Santo, we'll blow it out at the end. But once you have done all of this, I would really recommend like keeping your ideal scene somewhere you can see it. And the Lionsgate Portal, I think, is active till August 12th or 14th, even after 8/8 Friday. So continuing to read that ideal scene to yourself every day and sharing it, in that energy of excitement as if it's already happening, and focusing on all the things that are going well, like as a wink from the universe that it's already happening. Like I love picking a symbol of like when I see this symbol, it's like a sign from the universe that I'm on my path. I told the guys yesterday when we did our Lionsgate Portal thing that my symbol is a turtle, just because I'm like, whenever, and it doesn't have to be something super significant. It can just be like whatever pops into your head first. Maybe it's a unicorn or like the word hope or whatever. But it's like whenever I see this is like a little wink that I'm on my path. Because what we're also doing is we're strengthening our belief system, our neural pathway network of like, when I see these things, it's a reminder that things are happening for me versus like thinking of all the things that are going wrong. We're getting some positive confirmation bias instead of negative confirmation bias. So that's also just like a little thing that you can do each day that kind of keeps the witchy magic around it alive. Okay, so with that, we'll do a little meditation around Lionsgate Portal. Since we've already kind of spoken out loud our ideal day, we're going to just do a little kind of 5-minute chakra meditation around our aligned self with our highest self. And then we will close out the portal, but begin to the new chapter. So taking a deep breath in, exhale it out. Starting to slow down your breath, imagining you feel the alignment from the core of the earth, Mother Earth pulsing up to help support you so you can surrender into the trust that this thing is already happening, it's already on its way. Feeling her energy, Mother Earth's energy, come up from Earth's core like a golden reddish light, breathing it in into your foundation, feeling it support you in what you've already created, what already is, and exhale, sending it back down into the earth, feeling it charge up even more. Breathing it in from the earth, sending it up to your hips, your seat of sensuality and creativity, your openness to magic. Feeling it open up your hips like a beautiful, nourishing spiral, sending it back down into the core of the earth. Breathing it up into your belly button, all the way up, your core of yourself, your seed of your soul. Reminding you, you already have that internal and external magnetism guiding you. And exhale, sending that back down into the center of the earth. Breathing it all the way up into your heart space, feeling the love that you have for yourself, that you want to give yourself this experience of stepping into this next vision. Feeling all the love for yourself, all the love others have for you, all the love you have for them. Feeling that golden reddish energy swirl in your heart. As you exhale, surrendering it back down into the earth. Supercharging it even more as you breathe it up into your throat space. Unblocking your voice, your ability to speak your ask to the universe, your aligned action, your intention, your heart's desire. Feeling it open up your voice, your throat. With this golden reddish light, sending it back down into the earth, surrendering even more deeply. Breathing it up from the middle of the earth all the way up to your third eye, opening up your portal of intuition like a lighthouse, guiding you to the perfect next step. And then exhale, flushing it down, touching all of your energy centers, lighting your energy centers up even more as you send it down into the earth. Breathing up all the way through your root, your hips, your navel, your heart, your throat, your third eye, all the way up to the crown of your head, connecting you to the Sirius star, to the sun, to the sky, to your guardian angels, to your highest self, to the world around you. And exhale, breathing out, surrendering this beautiful universal consciousness between Father Sky and Mother Earth, all the way back down into the earth. Taking a few breaths here, feeling your energy centers light up with this golden reddish light, connecting you to your past and your future, your highest self, your present self, one and the same. Just once again, getting that image of that you with this thing that has already happened in your vision. As sure as the sun rising and setting, just seeing a glimpse of that you who's in that vision with this thing that's already happened. Getting glimpses of how it feels for this thing to happen. Who you're with, who you tell, how you're celebrating. How it's bringing into alignment these other areas of your life. How it makes you show up with how you take care of yourself, how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others. How you tap into your play, your excitement, not taking it too seriously, enjoying the process, not just wanting to get the thing, but enjoying the becoming of it. Then placing both hands on your heart, connecting to your younger self and your highest self and your elder self all at the same time. And asking them for their shared collective wisdom of the perfect battle cry, the perfect mantra, the perfect next step to step into this vision. Letting them answer from your heart. Trusting whatever they say. as you feel that switch on in your heart, bringing even more golden reddish light to your whole being, to your essence, to the aura around you. Just having someone else in your life come to mind with something that you know they want to manifest so deeply. Just for a moment, seeing them have this thing or step into their power. Getting a glimpse of ping for them, sending them this love, this energy, this knowingness, this possibility. Feeling your heart expand as you see them in that, creating a ripple effect beyond both of you, elevating the world, those around you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more breath. Exhale, opening your eyes, coming back into this space. And then slowly just sitting in that feeling for a little longer. Maybe you want to add to your ideal day or your ideal vision if more things came up. And I would write down what your collective younger and highest self said as your wisdom. And also, if you got a clear ping or message for your friend at the end of the meditation, I would text them or call them and let them know. Because again, we're amplifying, we're sharing. And with that, you're ready for Lionsgate. Stay connected to this vision. Stay in gratitude. Let me know. Send me your vision. That would be so powerful. Email me at meredithbaker.com for your vision. I want to hear about it. And we'll go ahead and take our candle. Take your candle or your imaginary candle. We'll end with a lion's breath. Breathing in all that you're already grateful for. And then exhale into the possibility, the love of what's to come. Lion's breath, stick your tongue out. One more. Breathe in. Lion's breath for Lionsgate. Amazing, powerful stuff. A few quick, powerful announcements. If you want to see me IRL, we're doing a best morning ever, August 15th on the beach. And we have another powerful stuff live at Kavahana, a kava bar in Santa Monica, September 4th. And then my last upgrade group coaching program before I go on maternity leave. It'll also be my last highest touch group coaching program ever. So if you've ever thought about the upgrade, but it hasn't felt like the right time, this is the last one where I will be super involved with you, holding your hand every step of the way. Let me know if you would like to join. You can email me at meredithbaker.com for that next steps. And I will see you next week for more powerful stuff. Happy Lionsgate. We did it.
Hey, you. Thank you for coming on this powerful journey with me. I hope it was as powerful for you as it was for me. And if it was, it would mean the world to me if you rate, review, and subscribe to Powerful Stuff so I can keep bringing you the goods. We can keep going on this transformative journey together. And if there's powerful stuff that you want to share with me, with the Powerful Stuff community, tag us on Instagram at That's Powerful Stuff or The Meredith Baker. And I look forward to seeing you next week for more powerful stuff.